today we're gonna do an installation on this chimney. We, as you guys remember, you can click the video link right here. We had a leak on this chimney. We came back, we fixed it. However, I have not been 100% satisfied with the fix, even though we didn't have any more leaks after that. I was never 100% satisfied. Yes, we stopped the leaks. Yes, they didn't happen again. But what about longevity? How long is this really gonna last? Did we really do as good of a job as we could have? And I just didn't feel like we did. So today, Jason is here and he's gonna really show us the right way. Now, keep in mind, this is probably not what he would prefer to have, because we already did a rubber installation, the rubber flashing. We were discussing this and he said that's not what he would do from the get-go. However, this product will patch it anyway and it'll be fine, it'll be waterproof, it'll be as good as new. However, he would probably do it a different way. But anyway, tell us what we're doing, what we're installing, and anyway, tell us all about it.
Yeah, so like you were saying, the ideal situation is, just like you were referencing, the MP1 it's a caulking, it's a single component urethane, and it's a maintenance item. You're going to put it down, and every couple of years you're going to have to revisit it. That's what caulking is, that's just, unfortunately, that's just the design. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go up there, we're going to reinforce all your seams, we're going to cover all your turn bars and all your bolt heads with a fully reinforced, it's a single component urethane that gets embedded, or that saturates a piece of fleece. So we're going to lay down our resin, then we're going to put a piece of 165, that's 165 gram weight fleece, into the wet resin. Then we're going to top coat on top of it. When you're done, it's going to be about 80 mils dried, and 16 hours will be cured, about 2 hours you're watertight.
Wow, awesome. Now, what's the name of this product that we're going to be using?
So the product we're using, it's a Kemperol 1KLF. One stands for single component or one component liquid flashing.
Okay.
So this kind of gives you an idea as to the products we have in our wheelhouse. This is our flagship product. It's Kemperol 2KPUR. This is a two-component polyurethane resin that gets embedded with the same fleece, same application. Depending on your substrate, this is a wood substrate, metal, PVC, even some tie-ins with different single-ply manufacturers. But we have a primer selection chart based on your substrate. We're going to give you a primer. We're going to come in with this fully reinforced resin. And then what you see in here is an optional traffic coating system. This is a 3-component urethane traffic coating. 2 components being the liquid resin itself, and then the catalyst, and the 3rd component's a mineral filler. You mix all 3 components together. It goes down with a quarter inch by quarter inch notch trowel. You let it harden up for about 7 to 8 minutes, depending on the temperature, and then you're going to broadcast this colored ceramic quartz into it. After that cures for about 12 hours, you're going to come back and you're going to put a single component clear sealer on it.
Okay.
This is a fully trafficable system.
Is this self-leveling?
Yes, it is. That's why you put it down with the notch trowel, and
it just kind of does its own thing.
Hides all your overlap seams, so you can see you would have seams in the corner. You can't see any of those seams in the corner.
Right. Yeah, man, good stuff.
What we would typically do is come up to the pipe here and flash all this in. Well, you already got the boot working under here. There's not really a need to. So what I'm going to do...
So typically you wouldn't use that boot at all?
No, I'd flash right in and come right up onto this, because this would be sitting right on your deck, right?
Right.
Okay, so you'd have your collar sitting right on your deck. We'd come right up the collar and just flash right to the pipe itself.
I see.
But when you already got this rubber gasket in, I think the best course of action for this would be stripping the turn bar all the way around. That way you lose all that vulnerability.
There's 2 different finishes that could potentially be on a metal panel.
Yep.
One of them being Kynar and the other being a siliconized modified polyester.
Yep.
But in your lab test, Brittany says we need to abrade the Kynar surface.
Right. But I'm sure that in silicone, it would have to come off completely. So I would think Kynar would be better because it's minimal prep.
Okay.
So we only have to scratch up the Kynar. If it's silicone, the industry has nothing sticks to silicone.
Right.
You can put silicone on top of urethane, you can do all that, but you can't put anything on top of silicone, except for silicone. So ideally, the situation would be paint it with a Kynar paint, scratch it up just to give it a tooth, and then we go right over it.
Okay.
So Kynar paint would be the solution if you were looking to paint the roof, something like that. So I'm just going to bring the boot, I'm going to cover everything on the bottom, we'll peel the tape after, and you'll have a nice painted surface. Flashes off nice and quick. All of our membranes are going to get a fleece reinforcement. This is 165 gram weight fleece. The natural unrolling process of the roll is how it's going to go down on your roof. Fuzzy side down. The fibers will help it grab onto the substrate. So make sure we got a nice clean line. So what I'm going to do is the object for this application is going to cover all this termination bar and all these screw heads with resin and fleece. So even with light moisture on the roof, you come up and there's dew in the morning.
Yeah.
We're good with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's even if you get water underneath it right after. What I'm trying to avoid right now is you have, obviously you got your big corrugated grooves on the bottom where the metal is, and up top
It's flat.
covered it
Yeah.
with the rubber. So one side wants to stay straight, but all the slack
Correct.
is what I'm dealing with right now. I'm trying to figure out. I think I'm gonna
Can you cut the slack?
I think I'm gonna have to. Yeah.
Now, can you overlap the fleece?
Yes. Instead of doing it in a whole piece, I think you're actually right.
That dark stuff, what is that?
That is the resin itself. That is called Kemperol 1K LF.
Now, how long would that get hard on its own?
16 hours.
16. Okay.
So in 16 hours, based on 73 degrees. So down here in the warmer climates,
8
you're probably going to
less.
be
8 hours.
you'll be dry in about two and a half minutes. So unfortunately, with the unevenness of the substrate, we're going to try and piecemeal it. Just so I don't have to try and take long runs and fight with it. Now, I'll be able to do long runs going down the side because there's no unevenness, it's the same. Now you can see how much easier it was putting down the side.
Yeah.
When everything's the same
Plane.
yeah, same plane. It is a good product. It's a 2-component urethane. It goes down with 165 gram weight fleece. Same application. 2/3 resin goes down, another third on top. But that one requires a primer.
Okay.
But with that one, you can get a 30-year NDL warranty. If you recover this roof right now, you can get a 30-year NDL warranty, no questions asked.
Okay.
So it is belt and suspenders. That one is a bit better of a product. This one is meant for your flashing applications.
Okay.
You got a leak, you got something that's been raining, you got some rain on, you need a quick fix, this is a solution.
Okay.
If you got time, the other product is better. This one will still perform and still has the same characteristics. It's just designed more for flashings.
Okay. Okay.
So if you're doing something like this, flashing in a boot or flashing in a chimney or a fireplace or a outdoor toilet, something.
Right.
This would be a great solution for that. If you're doing a full edge to edge, the other material is a lot more expensive too. But it's designed for edge to edge.
And Eric, what I like about it is that this product comes in a 1-gallon bucket.
Yeah.
So you theoretically could have one of your guys, it could be in their truck with some fleece and a couple of roller covers, and they could go out and do their flashing
Right.
and be done. So the other product, once you catalyze it, because it is a 2-component,
Oh,
You have a pot life, and when that pot life's over,
Yeah,
that material's gone.
I got it.
So you can put the lid back on this and take it to another job.
So what is there next to do here?
Watch it dry.
Are you done?
Yep. I'm gonna
clean
peel the
up the
tape,
edges.
make sure it's nice and clean. I gotta cut some fleece, just butter up the edges a little bit.
So the reason I was asking about just leaving it alone, so like here, it's fine because it's not gonna be flexing, correct? You only want the fleece on the joints that could potentially flex.
Yep. Oh, I really wouldn't even have painted the whole perimeter. The only reason I did is just to give it a uniformity, kind of make it look a little bit better.
What do you mean the perimeter?
I'm sorry, the inside, like the.
Oh,
rubber.
okay, yeah,
The
okay.
only reason I painted is that so it would match.
So how do you handle it vertically?
Vertically is pretty easy. Paint your wall on. Paint your fleece on your walls, and you just hang it and come right up. Lay it right over it.
So you paint it first?
Paint it first, lay your fleece in, and then paint it again.
Okay, and it'll just stay?
Yep.
How big of a gap can you bridge over?
1/8 of an inch.
Okay. I'll be back out here tomorrow.
Yeah, take a
I'll
look
t-
at
I'll
it
take a-
tomorrow. Play with it.
So
Put it down with a paintbrush.
tomorrow, I come over here, and there's some spots that I think could possibly be used some more. Can I just simply put on top?
So typically after 48 hours, I'm gonna want you to scuff up the membrane,
Okay.
just because
Right,
it'll
right.
lose its sheen. It'll lose your chemical bond. But within the first 48 hours, you can go right over it. We can come do another video once you got
Yeah, the
once
right
you got
way.
another run, and then once you guys get into doing it,
Then
we'll
we'll
come
just
out.
do it
We'll
ourselves.
certify you guys on how to do it. If you don't want to self-perform, we got a contractor in the actually the contractor that did China that we got a really good relationship with. Does good work out here.
We're gonna come back tomorrow and check it out, see what it looks like. But so far, so good. All right, so this is day 2. They asked me to come back today and double check the installation, make sure everything looked good. Because this was kind of a retrofit, they were slightly worried about how it would stick. It stuck actually very well, but since I'm up here, I think I'm gonna extend this. 2 reasons. One, I think it'll be better if I extend this all the way to the screw line. And number 2, I kind of want to play with this. So it is 1400 right now, so it's very hot right now. But anyway, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just kind of curious to see how it applies, and you know, truth be told, I can't really screw it up. What I'm gonna do is not gonna hurt anything, so pretty safe. I'll let the professional do it, and now I'm just gonna like I said, I'm gonna add on to it, which is gonna make it more secure than 100%, because this thing's already at 100%. So acetone's good to use because it cleans it really good and it flashes off real fast too. So fun fact, my dad used to be a roofer. He worked for a roofing company when I was about 13. So guess what I got to do every summer? Yep, be on top of the roof and you know, whatever. My dad said, you don't even have to pay him. I just want to be up here and see how things get done, and if anything, he can just hand us water when we're thirsty. So that's what I got to do. But since they had an extra hand for very little money, they made a lot of use of my services. But you know what? I did learn to appreciate how hard my dad worked. And to this day, I haven't forgotten. So I don't know if my dad planned that or not, but it worked. Now the set time on this stuff varies depending on temperature. I think it has a pretty long pot life, but here in 105-degree weather, whatever it is today, don't go too slow. Get up here, get it done, get down. So one of the concerns, I don't know if you noticed, I put some right here. This tape was lifted up slightly. He did tell me yesterday that because of the inconsistencies of the rubber boot, and of course being rubber, they did tell me that it may lift up. So that's another reason I'm up. Well, okay, that's the main reason I'm up here. I wanted to make sure that didn't happen, and it happened on a couple of these. But now that I'm adding this on, it'll be fine. Of course, because this is a gabaloon roof, we did not have to mechanically etch the surface, so that helps a lot. Depending on what kind of roofing material you have and coatings, you may have to mechanically abrade the metal, which, as you can imagine, that can get interesting. You can tell by the way I'm holding the brush that I'm no painter. So if there's any painters watching me right now, I'm sorry. This stuff is pretty thick, so it doesn't run very well, which is good because, you know, the whole downhill thing and all. All right, so I've watched it for a few minutes and it looks pretty good. It looks a bit thin on some of these spots, but I don't think I want to go over it anymore. Well, actually, as I say that, let me see what it looks like. Okay, I do want to go over it. So the base is already stiff enough that you can put another coat on here. Nice straight lines. I like that. I like that a lot. Look at that. Perfection. Beautiful. Ah, so pretty. I can say I'm 100% confident that this is not going to leak. That other fix that we did, I was pretty confident, but I can't say that I was 100% confident. So yeah, I'm very happy about this. We'll see you guys next time. We are Texas Barndominiums.